In Trinidad, Tobago, and the Eastern Caribbean, it's exactly 2 o'clock.
Non-stop.
Music! You're my number one DJ. Oh, my number one man. I can't lose with the songs you use. You get me up to dancing, get me on my way. Cheer me up with the latest, greatest hits of today.
Welcome to the Ultimate Radio Show. Profile of TNT's hottest DJs. As determined by a stratified non-random opinion poll conducted during the first 2 weeks of May '89 by Needs. The 8 undisputed hottest DJs in Trinidad and Tobago in order of appearance this afternoon are Dr. Hyde, Nyabingi, Howie T, Starchild, Teddy, Chinese Laundry, General Grant, and King Papa Rocky. Profile of TNT's hottest DJs is dedicated to the men who pioneered disc jockeying in Trinidad and Tobago. The men whose dedication and excellent pursuits have made party DJing the glamorous profession it is today. Special mention to Mickey Roney and Big Man City of the early 60s. DJ Gabby and Billy Reese of the late 60s, early 70s. And from the late 70s, early 80s, the former wax wizard, King Papa Rocky, and the star child who grew up to be the Iceman, Rennie B. Profile of TNT's hottest DJs is coming to you with the best wishes of the Carib Brewery Limited. Brewers of Carib Lager Beer, Royal Extra Stout, Malta Carib, and Carib Shandy.
Together for all to see the pride of our nation. Hey, we talking Carib, Carib. Move on with Carib. Carib. Move on. And move with the leader.
I'm Sookram, the ultimate selector, your host this afternoon. Leaving the turntables in the capable hands of the nation's 8 hottest DJs. This is the Ultimate Radio Show with the ultimate selector, Sookram Ali. Profile of TNT's hottest DJs. So far you have heard Dr. Hyde, Nyabingi, Howie T, and Starchild. Up next, Teddy, Chinese Laundry, General Grant, and King Papa Rocky. Introducing Teddy.
No respect, no disrespect to all my radio and DJ brother. Scene, so come down with the music and don't distress this one. Let's test this one now.
Teddy, welcome to Radio Trinidad. You have dominated Radio Trinidad's master mixing competitions in the early 80s and have been setting new standards in mixing. But how did you get started in music, DJing and mixing?
Just by listening to tapes that some people brought on from New York and hearing like music a different way from how we played at that time in Trinidad. And I find it was really exciting, you know. I wanted to know how it was done. So I just did some research into the tape and keep listening to it over and over, stuff like that. And playing around with some records, you know. And I thought it was fun.
What point would you like to get to in music?
Well, I just like to get into like studio work, you know, into making records, like mixing them after everything is done.
But are you being realistic? What would you need to do to realize such a dream?
Right about now, I just like to go outside and take a course, right, into music engineering and stuff like that, and come back to Trinidad with it and like help out people in the island, like Calypsonians, so that to keep the Calypso, you know, to the outside market there.
So you see a future for Calypso in the international market?
Yeah, I see a future for it out there. It just has to be done, you know, the proper way, you know. You can't just like take it and push it on somebody's show and say, you know, this is Calypso, so you have to like it.
It must be marketed.
Yeah, it must be marketed in the proper way, you know. It must be, the record itself, it must have equality, you know. It must have the body, must have like things that would be marketable on it.
Teddy on a profile of TNT's 8 hottest DJs. Teddy, how do you feel when you're really getting on in a party and 5,000 people are responding to your music?
Feel high, real high. That's the only thing that gets me high. Music. Listening to music, playing music, and seeing people just jump to my music, that makes me feel really happy.
Is there a particular party that stands out as being your most memorable?
One of the most memorable parties was that one was held in Carnival City in 29. Everybody who performed that night, they was more or less at the best, You had people like Rocky, Nabingi, Tacha, myself, Lloyd Stiff, fellow sing Gunshot.
And the crowd, how did they respond?
Yeah, well, the crowd, they loved it all the time. It was the ideal thing for the moment.
Teddy, I know music can be a full-time commitment. Do you have time for anything else?
No, I play like basketball and stuff like that. Go to the beach,
You earlier alluded to how your latent DJing talents were aroused. But when did you actually start playing at parties?
Well, the first party was like after the competition. They had to make some radio and stuff like that, competition, which I won, And after that, people just came to me, I wanted to play my party, I like her song and radio stuff. Before we could play like ordinary house parties, a lot of friends, christening, birthnight, wedding, it works, I took all this before, but more or less on the commercial side after that.
We are profiling TNT's 8 hottest DJs. In this segment, Teddy. Behind the double T, the master at work. Teddy on our profile of TNT's hottest DJs. Courtesy the Carib Brewery Limited. Brewers of Carib Lager Beer, Royal Extra Stout, Malted Carib and Carib Shandy.
Move on. Move on with courage. Climbing that hill together. Giving our best. Demanding it too. Move on. Stand tall like a carib. Together for all to see. The pride of our nation. Carib, Carib, move on with Carib, up here is a Carib, move on, and move with Carib, Carib, move on, Carib, Carib, move on, Carib, Carib, and move with the leader.
19 minutes after 4 o'clock, in this segment of Profile of TNT's hottest DJs, Teddy. The undisputed 8 hottest DJs in TNT in profile, among them Teddy. With the downturn in the economy, is the future of parties in jeopardy?
We just try to keep it at the downturn in the economy. We just try to make sure everything is suitable for that poor man to still come and enjoy himself. Keep something free, keep lower the cost of the party, stuff like that. The price to come in, the beers drop, so we can afford to say, well, okay, long time was so and so price, 20, alright, now you can get the same thing for 5 or even $8.
So that parties will survive.
Yeah, right now parties is the only means of keeping the people together with all the frustration that is going around. Music is the only spice of life, as they would say. So you might be frustrated, and then just go somewhere, sit down with the music and play,
It could soothe you.
Yeah, it could soothe you, at that time, you forget everything you had, until I could get up and leave that music alone. So music more or less is like a drug alone, Music is a natural high, a natural high. So you listen to music, could take your mind off a lot. I didn't say everything, but take your mind off a lot, and it can help you. That's why, music, like me, for instance, I eat, sleep, and breathe music, so I try my best to be always happy, and it does help me being happy. Just listening to music, playing music, seeing people dance, as they would say, get on, get on real bad. I love to see that.
In addition to music, what else holds your interest?
But I like other things like, making my own clothes and stuff like that, Through my mom, she was a seamstress.
So you are a part-time tailor?
Yeah, well, I went to John D for like 2 years. Took a tailoring course and I passed, But that is just for myself only.
Profiling and styling. Teddy Mohammed on Profile of TNT's hottest DJs.
Now this one called the thing there, and dedicated to our Jamaican thing there. I know that I might think I just swing there. So the follow man, hey, come now, me got the thing there. Yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there. Me got the little thing there. Me got the thing there. Yes, me got the thing there. Me got the thing there. Me got the little thing there. So me selector with the little thing there. Let me get to give the people them the little thing there. Oh, when me give them last night over thing there. party. If I love it, you want some girls, come make it love, bro. I know how we use, boy, yeah. We can know we jump up, boy, yeah. Every time.
Definitely in a class by himself. Teddy Mohammed on our profile of TNT's hottest DJs. Courtesy the Carib Brewery Limited, brewers of Carib Lager Beer, Royal Extra Stout, Malta Carib and Carib Shandy.
Together for all to see the side of our nation. Yeah, we talking Carib, Carib. Move on with Carib, Carib, Carib. Move on. I'm move with the leader.
This is the ultimate radio show with the ultimate selector, Sookram Ali. Profile of TNT's hottest DJs.